Hi guys, I'm at my cousin's, so I'm gonna kind of talk quiet and explain what's going on and why I haven't been around. Okay, real quick, why I haven't been around is I've been through a lot of stuff in my life in the past couple years, and I'm looking to full force just be interactive with wrestling fans all around the world because I love that. I love being able to talk to people and putting up videos and them commenting and placing their opinions, me commenting back and placing my opinions and talking wrestling. I love it all. So I thought it'd be cool to start out with NXT, but then I thought, I just started watching NXT again after a couple years, or about a year. I just started watching again, so I don't know all these superstars. I pretty much know all the divas, and I don't want to have that be a big slap in the face for people who are like dedicated to NXT. So I'm just gonna wait out a couple weeks for NXT reviews. I am here to talk about Eva's in-ring debut and her promo and her entrance and what I liked and what I didn't like type thing. So I'm back. I am I'm gonna do Raw reviews, I'm just gonna be honest, depending on who gets eliminated next. Tough Enough reviews and SmackDown reviews, pay-per-view reviews, Total Divas reviews, so all that, everything wrestling, everything WWE. Not that I don't have respect for Ring of Honor, not that I don't have respect for Underground Lucha. I just don't really watch it, so I don't want to try to place myself, like I watch it on occasion. I don't want to place myself in the shoes of Ring of Honor fans or Underground Lucha fans, because I am not dedicated to them businesses, and although I respect them businesses, and although I understand, them businesses have a lot and give a lot and are very entertaining, I just don't watch them enough to place myself in their position to like talk about their businesses. So pretty much what I'm going to talk about is Eva's debut. I already said that. Anyways, sorry, it's been a while, guys. So her promo was alright. If I had to go from 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 5 because it wasn't totally terrible, but it also wasn't totally good, and she has a lot of work to put in. So I'm giving her half. She was half good, half bad type thing. There's not a lot to say about it. I mean, I don't know, not a lot to say about it. Her entrance, I would give like a 2, maybe a 1, even maybe a 0. Alright, when us as WWE fans say entrance, their entrance is to put electricity through us, and we're supposed to feel it. We're supposed to feel their character. And with Eva's entrance, I just felt Eva. She put on a robe and walked down the ramp. Anybody can put on an outfit and walk down the ramp. With Randy Orton, he's got his hand gesture. That's electricity. When he throws his hands up into his pose, everybody's cheering and know what he's about, or you can boo. John Cena's got his he talks into the camera, and then he runs down the ramp and does electricity, whether you're booing or cheering that superstar or diva. Paige got her scream, and she throws her jacket and hangs onto the rope and leans back. Those are the type of things that make an entrance, and I just felt she just kind of walked down the ramp with a robe. I mean, I didn't feel an electricity from her entrance, which we're supposed to, so she's definitely have a lot of work on how to work an entrance, because I just didn't see it. Now we're going to get on to the match. The match itself wasn't horrible. Once again, that's like, I'd give it a 5 out of 10 because it wasn't totally horrible, but it wasn't really all that good. They just had her doing submissions. And then my thing has always been with Eva, it's not so much her wrestling skills. She can bump good, she can pull off the moves good. It's her speed. When we're watching Bray or Nikki or Paige or Charlotte or Sasha Banks, they're throwing their bodies around, or Bailey, but they're throwing their bodies around. Their speed is like the speed of lightning. They're all over the place. They're missile drop kicking. Paige, she'll get going and she'll do all her moves, and it's the speed. Their speed just makes what makes it, like what makes the moves, like a suplex if done right, it's kind of like if you do a suplex, which there isn't a lot of speed in that. But if you do a suplex, the way you do your suplex and what you put into your suplex is what the crowd gets from it. So what I'm saying is, what she put into her moves, they were very slow moves that should have been fast. She like bounced off the rope and did like a kick thing. Like, I didn't understand that move or understand where she was going with that. So she definitely still has a lot of work. Just like the little finish thing, she ran up the ropes and like dropped the diva on her head. Like, my fellow YouTuber, Mr. Fan 13, I don't know what it's called either. I just know, like, if she would have put more speed into it, that probably would have been a lot better. She like, if you're going up the ropes, we've seen other superstars do it. When they go up the ropes, they're going boom. She went boom. There's a big difference in your speed and how you do your moves and how you've got to think about that when you're a wrestler or you're a diva. If you're coming up, you've got to, like, speed isn't all of it. Like, not everybody's speedy, but she is just so super slow. Like, it looks like she's training, and it's more or less not a match. It's like she's training. And the match was probably like a 3. I just think Eva could really work on her stuff, and I don't want to count her out, though. I don't want to count her out. I just don't think it's right to count anybody out, because I know that, when people growing up were like, I don't know how many times I said I wanted to lose weight. You know what part of the reason that has kept me? I mean, that, and I don't know how to freaking eat right, even when I try, but it's people telling me, oh, you've said this before. Like, family members. Like, when you count somebody out, it's like, sometimes it can be good to set, like, with me, it was bad. Like, it makes it harder for me to lose weight because everybody's like, well, you've said this before. But for her, counting her out, she could come back and pretty much be a slap in the face to us. She could be one of the bombest divas we've seen in a couple of years. A lot of you talk about, like, the Total Divas nonsense. Well, whether it is scripted or whatever, people say. She definitely has a lot of respect to learn because, people like Nikki and Brie and Paige, and they had to be away from home to get this. They had to be away from, their family and their friends to get this. And here was the thing. I defended Eva. I was like, man, if there's anyone to be mad at that she's getting pampered or she's sitting at her home on her ass, it should be WWE. They're the one pampering her like that. Just like when people raise their kids and they're babying them and wonder why they don't listen. The same difference. They're babying her, so she is like getting what she wants and she's loving it like that. One thing I did agree with what Paige said and Nikki, and Brie. Nikki also said it too. I mean, pretty much Alicia Fox and a lot of them did. You were here for 2 years. And all you ever talked about was shred this, shred that. Okay, Eva, if you want to be with Shreds, go be with Shreds. If that's your passion and if you want to be with your husband, then go do that. But if your passion is the WWE, you need to give it your all. You need to prove to us and let it be known that, no, WWE is where I want to be. In the story. I didn't take anybody else's opinion. I took my own. And as a die-hard wrestling fan and wish that I could lose all this weight and do it, like, you don't even know if I was in your shoes and had the body that I was able to do it. 2 years, I would have been on the main roster. Whether it was low, like mid-card, I would have been alright with that. But I would have made sure I was on the roster, if not one of the top divas. You know why? Because if I look at all these, like on Tough Enough, I look at all these girls that just don't know what they have in front of them. Because if I could get myself healthy and go to the WWE and get a chance, I would make that my everything. I would be the Paige, the crying at a WrestleMania, crying winning my first NXT Divas Championship. That is me. I am passionate for WWE. I don't just watch it on TV. It's something I love. So Eva, get more passion. work harder, please. I'm not counting you out, but I just think you have a lot more work to go. So, guys, that's what I thought about Eva and her match and her debut and everything. Eva, everything, I think she could still be a potential good diva. I also do think she does have a lot of respect lessons to learn and also a lot of more things to learn WWE wise. So, guys, thumbs up if you like this first welcome back video, and subscribe because I am gonna be active. I need this. It keeps me sane, to be honest, and I have a lot going on in my life, so I think if I can talk wrestling with fellow WWE Universe and share opinions, I think it'd be cool. So alright guys, well this is Jackie's WWE Talk, and as your host Jackie, I'm gonna say good night to you all. Good morning to some of you, because I guess it is like 2 in the morning, whatever, and I will see you for SmackDown's review. So bye.